this is my current weed eater. The weed eater I was using before this was a Yamaha. I don't know the exact model number, but I had to retire it due to carb issues. The carb was just sticking, and no matter what I was doing to the carb, I couldn't get it to work, and I had to get rid of that weed eater, which was a shame because it worked very well. But I needed a gas weed eater, so I was given this, and I really like this, and it was doing okay for me for a while until today. I needed to mow the yard, but we just had a thunderstorm, so it was a bit too wet, and I wanted to get this area over here cleared off, so I kind of got a bit of it done. But this weed eater has a carb issue, and for general information, this is a Echo. I think it's from the early 80s. It is a model SRM-200BE. No prime button. It has a choke lever there. There's the power. Nice little thing. Straight shaft, of course, so I won't cut off my feet. And this thing has plenty of power. I had to adjust the handle because whoever had it before was a short person and had it all the way down a good ways. And I was also still nipping at my feet. And this thing works really good. It's very powerful, but I'm having a carb issue. So I fire it up. The thing runs perfectly fine. When it's cold, it does miss a little bit, but I think that would be normal for a machine of this age. It probably has a lot of hours on it. But when I go to increase the throttle, the machine dies instantly, no matter how easy I go on a throttle. Sometimes I can get it to run at about half throttle before it dies, and I don't really know when it does that because it's so random, and it's just not working the way it's supposed to. This machine typically starts up within 3 pulls. The first two pulls for the choke, and then the second pull with no choke, it fires right up after that. Pretty much like my Yamaha. My Yamaha had a prime button. That had a really nice carburetor on it, except the valve on it, like whatever it's doing, it's very sticky. So that one probably just needs to be rebuilt, but I can't get it working for some reason. But I'll give a demonstration right here, and I do is I go to hold on the throttle. Might start with open choke. Turn the choke on. So that's what happens when I hold down on the throttle and don't let go of it. It runs, starts misfiring, and then loses power, and then dies. So we'll do this again. This time, after I start it, I'll let off of the throttle, and I'll let it idle for a little while. Now, the idle does seem to be a bit fast, but I'm not sure. It could be out of adjustment. The fast idle doesn't really bother me so much because this thing does have a bit of carb issues, and I feel like building up a bit of a fast throttle sounds better. As you can hear, it's kind of slowly starting sounding like it's losing power. It's misfiring a bit. And A lot of you are going to say clean the carburetor. I already tried that. It didn't work. This is fresh after a carburetor clean. And it's been running for a few minutes now, so I'm going to pull down on the throttle and I'll show you what it does. We'll see if it dies. It might run for a little bit. Now that's not full throttle. It seemed like it was getting a bit too much gasoline. Maybe I have to use it for a bit before it decides to work right, so that might be something I'll have to find out. And there it goes, it did the thing. I guess it has to be at an angle in order for it to die like that. So, guess it behaves when it's on the ground and not when it's in my hand. So, I guess it's fine with running, it just doesn't like to be used. So, if anyone here on the YouTubes knows what's going on, let me know. Another issue I'm having, and this is probably just operator error or my body not being strong enough, is whenever I use a gasoline-powered weed eater, especially this one I've noticed, if I hold it for a while, the vibrations of it makes my hands tingle and literally just lose grip of the machine. So if there's some sort of gloves that I should be wearing, let me know. I might try go get a set of utility gloves. I'll go to Harbor Freight and get some gloves. Just what type of gloves should work the best if you're using a piece of machinery like this and this is like rattling to the point where you can't hold on to it anymore because it just makes my hands so numb. It also, after you even take your hands off the machine, they feel kind of tingly still. So, timer to close closes the garage door. The mercury vapor lamp turns on, and the weed whacker is broken. And that's where I leave off on this video. I'll make an update if this thing works. I might pull the carburetor off of it again and see if I did anything stupid when I had it off to clean it. If not, I'm going to stop buying old weed eaters and I'm going to go drop a few $100 on a brand new still so I don't have to worry about anything breaking. So So thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze.